Right now at 5, a busy road under construction in a Pasco neighborhood is partially shut down after a power line snaps, what our crew saw at the scene.
Plus, firefighters are continuing to battle fires in eastern Oregon and the Yakima Valley. Emily Goodell has tonight's updates.
And flying high, just in time for the Water Follies weekend. We'll give you a preview of the air show coming up. Riley?
And air quality continues to get worse across the region as wildfires keep blazing. Plus, our temperatures have dropped a little bit. Will they stay down? We'll have that coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. First at 5, City of Pasco and Franklin PUD crews worked to repair a snap power line in a neighborhood just off of Sylvester Street late this afternoon. The call came in for help around 2:30. It's unknown at this time if that snapped power line caused a fire, but officers with the Pasco Police Department and deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office helped close down roads to make sure that crews had enough room to work. We will post an update later tonight on this story at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Well, the Retreat fire has burned roughly 13,000 acres, about 14 miles southeast of Natchez, and has caused widespread evacuation notices in the area.
And Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us it has also caused major disruptions to traffic.
The fire has shut down traffic on Highway 12 from here at the Y all the way up to the summit of White Pass. According to the Natchez Fire Department, the fire is burning down both sides of Highway 12 towards the Y and to the east over the hill toward Tieton and the French Canyon area. More than 100 personnel on scene to fight the fire from the ground and the air. At least 2 structures destroyed and winds driving the spread of the fire. The area difficult for firefighters to traverse on the ground.
Crews are working as hard as they can within that challenging terrain, utilizing heavy equipment and airdrops.
Coming up at 6, why the closure of Highway 12 is a big concern for first responders. Reporting in Natchez, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. Now, fire investigators are asking for your help to locate someone they believe may have important information about the Black Canyon fire. That fire is burning northwest of Natchez. It's burned over 11,000 acres. Cause still undetermined, but after speaking to witnesses, officials say they are looking to speak with the driver of an early 90s blue Ford Escort or Mercury Tracer spotted about 7 p.m. Monday in the Black Canyon area, about 20 minutes before the fire was reported.
Anyone with information or potentially witness to that vehicle in the area, please get a hold of our DNR Wildland Fire investigators.
Now, you can reach the DNR Wildland Fire investigator Bruce Long at bruce.long@dnr.wa.gov.
All new tonight from the Downtown Association of Yakima. For the safety of residents and musicians, the city has decided that they are canceling downtown summer nights tonight due to the air quality index being close to 200. Officials say the health and well-being of their attendees, performers, volunteers, and vendors are top priority. They hope to invite everyone back next week. Continuing coverage now on some of the other fires impacting our region, including air quality, evacuations, and road closures. Let's start over in Klickitat County on the Big Horn fire.
Now, this one has burned nearly 33,000 acres. It's just 5% contained at this time. Throughout the region, there are evacuation levels of 1, 2, and 3. And as always, we have those updated zones on our website. The evacuation center is located at Patterson Elementary School on Pryor Avenue in Patterson. Now, the Lone Rock fire in Morrow County has now burned more than 136,000 acres. It's 40% contained. This fire has also prompted level 1, 2, and 3 evacuation levels, and the city of Spray is entirely under level 3 go now evacuations. Highway 19 has reopened, but you do have to follow a pilot car escort.
The Durkee fire is now the biggest active wildfire in the United States. We first told you about this yesterday. It is located in Baker County and has burned 268,000 acres. It's just 20% contained. The fire edge is 7 miles from Baker City, and crews continue to attack from the ground and air in an effort to contain it. All 3 evacuation levels remain throughout the region. Check back at applevalleyNewsNow.com for more info on this fire. And a quick reminder, we are on your side throughout fire season 2024. We still got some time to go. Stay with Apple Valley News Now on air and online for continuing coverage. And if you haven't done so just yet, make sure to download our app for alerts when a fire comes close to you. With all these fires, we are keeping a close eye on the skies and especially the conditions for firefighters.
And Riley Fitzgerald is filling in for Stacy Lee tonight. She joins us with your first look at the forecast.
Thank you, you two. We can see there is a lot of smoke in the air. This is our Tandem Ridge sky cam in Yakima. It is quite hard to see out there because we are experiencing significant wildfires in that area. Ahead today, continued smoke. Our hot temps are on a bit of a break. If you've noticed, if you step outside, hopefully you don't have to be outside for too long. Well, we are a little bit cooler. Wind is also settling down tonight. Let's take a look at our temperatures right now, mostly in the upper 70s, lower 80s, which is a lot cooler than we thought we would be at this time. We were thinking mid to upper 80s today, but it looks like some of that haze possibly has brought down some of our temperatures. For our Friday, mid 80s across the region and hazy conditions. Mid 80s for our highs, and we were expecting possibly upper 80s, but it looks like it has dropped a little bit. Here's a peek at our current air quality. I'll have a lot more about your air quality advisories and fire advisories coming up in my full forecast, but for now I'll send it back to you two.
All right, Riley, thank you for that. We are just hours away from one of the largest events in the Tri-Cities. We, of course, are talking about the water follies. But new tonight, Washington State Patrol troopers have detailed their plan for patrols. The department says they will cover both Benton and Franklin counties starting tonight and through the end of the weekend. The emphasis will focus on speeding, DUI, aggressive driving, distracted driving, and seatbelt compliance. Additional troopers will surround the area of Columbia Park. State Patrol will be utilizing aircraft, motorcycles, and unmarked patrol cars. Water Follies is just around the corner, as tomorrow is the kickoff of the 3-day event. People who attended the event will be able to see a 10 aircraft putting on their last show for Water Follies, as this is the last year the Air Force will fly the A-10s as a demo plan. So this will be your last chance to see them in action. The pilot who will be flying the A-10 is already in the Tri-Cities, and this afternoon she swore in 5 new members to the Air Force. The pilot says she will be able to be at the festival all week. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma will have more about this coming up tonight at 6 o'clock.
The city of Walla Walla has decided to wait on deciding whether to charge people extra to pay with plastic. So right now there's no charge to use a debit or credit card to pay utility bills, recreation fees for things like youth sports, pool admission, and more. But somebody has to pay a processing fee every time you pay with a credit card rather than cash or a check. And right now in Walla Walla, city officials say those fees are costing the city hundreds of thousands of dollars every year.
If we wanted to break even, how much would the percentage fee we'd have to charge on utilities be?
Approximately 5.7%.
I'm very supportive of a fee, but if we're going above 2%, boy, that's going to take some convincing.
I'm in favor of doing as much percentage to recoup exactly what our costs are, because I think it's unfair to the taxpayers to supplement people who are using the credit cards.
Now, officials say more than half of the money coming into the city last year was from credit or debit payments, but the associated fees cost the city nearly $1 million. Again, the council decided last night to wait on making any change. The city council did vote to approve changes to the rules about sleeping on downtown sidewalks. Walla Walla City Council members unanimously approved a proposal to ban people from sleeping on downtown sidewalks between the hours of 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. from April to October. Now, those hours change from 9 to 5 in March and November and 9 to 4 during the winter, as long as shelter space is available.
And today, California Governor Gavin Newsom issued an executive order for state officials to take down thousands of homeless encampments. This comes after the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the city of Grants Pass in Oregon that ticketed homeless people for sleeping outside. Newsom's order says that the camps are dangerous and directed agencies to support and assist the people living in them in a humane and dignified manner. In San Francisco, officials say they have started clearing encampments and are helping bring homeless people back indoors. All right, the News 5 just getting started. Still ahead, Columbia Basin College is celebrating thanks to a new grant.
Also ahead, say goodbye to open seating on Southwest Airlines. We'll tell you why.
And Riley Fitzgerald is keeping a close watch on our weather for two reasons: fires and, of course, waterfallies this weekend. We'll be right back.
I learned the value of hard work right here in these fields as my immigrant parents pick crops. I graduated from Yakima Valley College and Gonzaga, worked for Congress and the state legislature. Now I'm running for state senate because we need someone who will fight for Central Washington. We're losing good paying jobs and warehouses are closing. I'm Maria Beltran, and I ask for your vote because our best days are ahead of us.
Paid for by friends Maria Beltran.
To see if you qualify for Hanford worker compensation, please call Smart Law for a free consultation at 509-735-5555. Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses, including neurological, respiratory and heart conditions, cancers, and beryllium-related disorders. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Call Smart Law at 509-735-5555 for Hanford worker compensation. Smart Law, smart choice.
I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
He's been in office way too long. He's completely out of touch. Even voted to give total amnesty and citizenship to millions of illegal immigrants. You might be thinking Joe Biden, but it's Dan Newhouse. That's right. Amnesty Dan and Sleepy Joe worked together to encourage the invasion of gangs, drugs, and crime into our communities. So now it's time for Dan and Joe to go.
Well, it's almost election time.
Typical politicians trying to tell us they're conservative.
Yeah, well, that's not Congressman Newhouse. He worked with the liberals to try to remove Trump. And don't get me started on that Sessler.
He's not just a vegan.
Sessler wants a 30% tax on everything we buy.
Even my haircut.
Even my beer. He wants 30% if I want to buy new land.
So the choice is a never Trumper or a vegan.
Tiffany Smiley.
Oh, Smiley's the one.
I really like her.
MWSA Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results-oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
The Golf Forecast, sponsored by the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic, August 12th through the 18th.
Welcome back. Exciting news for Columbia Basin College. They recently received a grant from the National Science Foundation to enhance STEM course research. The college will be getting $200,000 to train instructors and focus on adding research experiences to classes. One chemistry professor at CBC tells us that kind of experience gives students a boost as they're preparing for STEM careers.
We will organize an undergraduate research symposium where all those students in this space, ideally, will be presenting their research to the whole campus. And a cool thing is we'll select the top 5 students from that research symposium, and they will be funded to go and present their research at a regional conference.
Now, he says at the conference, they'll be meeting with students and faculty members, along with researchers from throughout the area to present their work. He also says this grant opens up the doors for CBC to apply for an even larger grant that would go over 5 years and bring in $1 million.
Well, new tonight, one of the largest airlines in the U.S. will soon change seating assignments.
Yeah, so Apple Valley News Now's Lucy Lobdell explains.
After 53 years of offering passengers the ability to choose their own seats, Southwest Airlines is ushering in a new era for its boarding process. Southwest will be assigning seats, as well as offering premium seating on all flights. The Dallas-based carrier announced several new initiatives on Thursday, billing the redesigned boarding model as enhancements to transform customer experience and improve financial performance, stating in a press release that adding assigned and premium seating meets evolving customer preferences. Southwest President and CEO Bob Jordan previously hinted at the possible change back in April, saying at the time that the move will be a transformation that cuts across almost all aspects of the company. Southwest has not yet said when the seating changes will go into effect, but plans to provide more details on the product designs, cabin layout, and timing at its Investor Day in late September. Reporting for Apple Valley News Now, I'm Lucy Lobdell.
All right, Lucy, shares of all major airlines, by the way, dipped before the opening bell today. Southwest fell 6% and American Airlines fell 7%. Alyssa.
Well, Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown is looking for the area's best restaurant. We started about 2 weeks ago with 64 places. After 2 rounds and thousands of your votes, only 16 restaurants remain. You can scan the QR code on your screen right now with your smartphone to vote using your mobile. Or if you'd rather do this on a desktop, click on Contests on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com, then select Restaurant Showdown to cast a vote there. After you vote, do be sure to enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. We have more information, again, on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Thursday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day. Hope you didn't have to be outside in this air quality for too long today. This is our Tandem Ridge camera in Yakima. There is severe smoke across most of our region today, especially affecting Yakima. Our temps have dropped also a little bit from yesterday. We are having a little bit of a break in these hot temperatures, and hopefully that break will stick around for a little bit. Smoke is continuing, hot temps are on a break. Wind also starts to settle down a little bit today. Let's start with our air quality. We are seeing unhealthy air quality mostly in Yakima County, kind of heading down into Oregon a little bit. Let's take a wider look. We have mostly moderate across a lot of our region, but some of us are experiencing this unhealthy air quality. So if you are in one of those sensitive groups that this air quality is impacted by, be sure to stay inside as much as you can. Benton Clean Air Agency also issued an air quality advisory for Benton County because of this moderate to unhealthy to sensitive groups, a kind of air quality that's in our region. Taking a look closer in as we transition into our various weather alerts that are in this region, we have an air quality watch affecting a lot of us. This has now expanded into Benton County as well. That's caused by this wildfire smoke and the unhealthy air quality. This is going to be going until 5 o'clock tomorrow and possibly even further than that if this smoke continues. We also have a fire weather warning that's impacting the lower Palouse and the Snake River all the way up to Spokane. That's from strong winds, low humidity, and warm temps that will be aiding fire behavior. Taking a look further, let's take a look at our future cast. Mostly very dry conditions over the next couple of days as we head into Friday. We have a chance that some clouds are going to be coming through, but otherwise pretty clear over the next couple of days and definitely very dry, just possibly some clouds over the next couple of days. On our future cast for our wind gusts, our stronger wind is going to be settling down tonight, and as we head into Friday, there's a chance it could pick back up in the Kittitas and Yakima counties, otherwise staying on the lower side for the rest of us. If we take a look at our temperatures right now, mostly in the upper 70s, lower 80s, we are seeing lower temperatures than we thought we would be seeing. Maybe a couple days ago when we forecasted for this Thursday, we were thinking mid to upper 80s today, but we're seeing upper 70s, lower 80s right now, kind of in the hottest zone that we're going to be in for our Thursday. Heading into tonight, it's going to be on the brisker side, upper 40s, mid to lower 50s. There will be that haze that's lingering around. There's a chance that that smoke is causing our temperatures to drop a little bit. On the forecast for tomorrow, we are on the cooler side as well, mid to lower 80s on the forecast, that smoky sunshine as well. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. We have that haze set for tomorrow. Mostly we're looking pretty good over the next couple of days besides that air quality issues from those wildfires. But otherwise, upper 80s on the forecast over the next couple of days. Heading into next week, though, there's a chance that we're going to get back up to the triple digits by this time next week. Right now, Thursday is forecasting for 99, but there's always a chance that that could continue to rise. 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. We are seeing upper 80s tomorrow, heading into the lower 90s for this weekend. Beautiful conditions if you plan to get out to waterfallies, but again, it's going to be hazy. It's going to be a little smoky. Possibly bring a mask if you're in one of those sensitive groups, or possibly don't go at all if you are in one of those sensitive groups affected by air quality. 7-day forecast for the Walla Walla area. Hazy tomorrow. Nice conditions over the next couple of days. Once again, besides that haze, that smoke possibly could linger into the weekend. Hopefully we're going to get some wind to push it out of the way, but there's a lot of wildfires burning across the region, so stay safe and have a great Thursday and a great weekend. I'll send it back to those two.
All right, Riley, thank you very much. Well, still ahead here on your News at 5, the Tri-City Americans make a major trade deal. We'll explain.
And coming up new at 6 tonight, could solar farms come to the Hanford site? The state is discussing that plan. We'll shed more light. Again, that's coming up tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
As a mother and community leader, I know what it means to work hard and make tough decisions. Como miembro de nuestra comunidad, I've seen firsthand the challenges we face. We need affordable groceries, quality healthcare, and safety in our neighborhoods. I am committed to listening and working for everyone in our community. Juntos podemos crear un futuro mejor para el 14th District. I am Ana Ruiz Kennedy. Echémosle ganas. I'll be honored to earn your vote.
It's the all-new Apple Valley News Now weekend with local news, regional news, first alert weather, and much more every Saturday and Sunday, including a complete wrap-up Sunday night at 11. Apple Valley News Now weekend from Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
I'm Jared Sessler, a Navy veteran, job creator, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message. It was a great honor to receive President Trump's endorsement, and unlike my opponent Dan Newhouse, who joined Democrats to impeach President Trump, I'll be a strong ally for the MAGA agenda. But an even greater honor would be to earn your support. I took an oath to this country when I began my military service, and I kept it. And I'm asking for your vote so I can take that oath once more and serve in Congress as the conservative we deserve.
Choice Student Checking. Open yours today at any Yakima Federal Savings and Loan.
And now for something totally different. Hi, it's Carrie Isaacson, and I'm running for the Senate seat from the 16th District. I'm standing up for our way of life in this part of Southeast Washington, in our towns, suburbs, and farms. Ballots are due August 6th. You were sent one. Use it. Please vote for me. Visit my website at electcarrieIsaacson.com. Thanks.
Paid for by Elect Carrie Isaacson, Democrat.
Hey, welcome back. We have a sports alert for you. The Tri-City Americans have announced that the team has traded a Seattle Kraken prospect, defenseman Lukas Dragicevic. Now, he was drafted by the Seattle Kraken in the 2023 NHL draft, but now he will be heading to Prince Albert. In exchange, the Americans get 3 players plus a draft pick. The Americans have acquired Terrell Goldsmith, Grady Martin, Nathan Preston, and a 2025 third-round pick from the Prince Albert Raiders.
All right, well, Riley, we'll have a final look at your forecast coming up next.
But first, here's a look at what's coming up after World News Tonight.
I'm Monica Ledesma with Apple Valley News Now. Coming up, find out what inspired Lindsay to fly an A-10 aircraft and when you can catch her in action this weekend at Waterfallies. All that and more coming up.
Josh Cobra, first alert weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now on your side.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is shifting into high gear with the $160,000 Ultimate American Road Trip. Win free play gas cards or cruise your way up to $50,000 cash every Friday and Saturday. Earn entries every day and multiply them on select Mondays. Then, on July 27th, win a new Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
I learned the value of hard work right here in these fields as my immigrant parents pick crops. I graduated from Yakima Valley College and Gonzaga, worked for Congress and the state legislature. Now I'm running for state senate because we need someone who will fight for Central Washington. We're losing good paying jobs and warehouses are closing. I'm Maria Beltran, and I ask for your vote because our best days are ahead of us.
Paid for by friends Maria Beltran.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $16.49. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. And now you can get your favorite pizza delivered from Grubhub, dine in, or carry out. Acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 50 years.
I'm Jared Sessler, a Navy veteran, job creator, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message. It was a great honor to receive President Trump's endorsement, and unlike my opponent Dan Newhouse, who joined Democrats to impeach President Trump, I'll be a strong ally for the MAGA agenda. But an even greater honor would be to earn your support. I took an oath to this country when I began my military service, and I kept it. And I'm asking for your vote so I can take that oath once more and serve in Congress as the conservative we deserve.
A Tri-Cities hike with a view.
By going up, you see all these different views. So by the time you get to the top, you really get connected with the community.
Candy Mountain.
I just love looking at all of that.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, it's Water Follies weekend and Art in the Park. We'll have everything you need to know if you're planning to go. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth will have your weather forecast. We hope to see you here Friday morning from 5 to 7.
Welcome back. You might think the biggest health issues facing the elderly would be heart disease and cancer, but one of the most important is loneliness. In fact, social isolation carries a 50% increased risk of dementia and other serious medical conditions. Well, the state of New York has a unique high-tech solution to this problem. You're seeing it on your screen. Residents are now getting robotic pets to keep them happy and company. 31,000 people have gotten a robot dog, cat, or bird since 2018. The director of the program says that they have seen a 75% reduction in loneliness and in pain. Whatever works.
That's an innovative use of robots.
I guess so.
Definitely. Well, let's take a live look outside to the scene that we've all been horrified about. We're taking a live look outside right now at Tannum Ridge in Yakima, and there is severe smoke outside. I hear it was much worse yesterday, but it's still pretty bad out right now. If you take a step outside, you'll see it's smoky, but stay inside if you can. We're seeing continued smoke on the forecast for your day today. Hot temps are luckily on a little bit of a break, and wind settles down tonight. Let's take a peek at your air quality right now. We are seeing unhealthy air quality in most of Yakima County. We're seeing air advisories across most of our region. So if you're in those sensitive groups, be sure to stay very safe because it is pretty bad out there because of those wildfires. Temps right now mostly in the upper 70s and the lower 80s. Nice conditions if it weren't so icky out there, for a lack of a better word. Planning your day for tomorrow, we're seeing mostly the mid-80s tomorrow. So if you're planning to get out maybe for the waterfallies, great conditions, otherwise hazy conditions. Maybe wear a mask if you need to when you're outside. A quick look at our 7-day forecast. Over the next couple of days looks very seasonal, then it picks back up later into next week. Very similar in Tri-Cities and Yakima. So seasonal conditions over the next couple of days. I wish the smoke wasn't ruining it for us.
It does feel better outside those triple digits that we were seeing.
It definitely does. Imagine the smoke and the triple digits. That would be the worst.
That would be unpleasant. Yes. Thanks, Riley, and thank you so much for watching our news at 5. You can find the latest on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Yeah, we'll see you back here at 6. World News Tonight with David Muir starts in just a few seconds.